A day at the cider mill. The first light of dawn slips quietly into your room, brushing gently against your eyelids and softly urging you to wake. You lie still for a moment, savoring the cool, crisp feel of the sheets against your skin. The room is wrapped in a peaceful hush, broken only by the faint rustling of leaves outside your window. You open your eyes to a sky painted in the delicate hues of early morning, a soft blend of lavender blues, rose pinks, and warm golds, promising the beginning of a perfect autumn day. The morning feels unhurried, as if the world itself is moving in a slow motion, savoring every second. You take a deep breath, letting the quiet stillness fill you, feeling the gentle pull of the morning as it beckons you to rise. There's no rush today, no deadlines, no obligations, just the soft anticipation of a day that is yours to unfold at a leisurely pace. You stretch beneath the warm covers, feeling the comforting weight of the blankets, and smile to yourself. Today, you're going to the cider mill, a sanctuary of autumn's finest joys. You picture the cider mill in your mind, the rows of apple trees laden with ripe red fruit, the scent of fresh cider mingling with warm spices, and the gentle hum of activity that always seems to calm your soul. The thought alone brings a sense of peace and nostalgia, a reminder of simpler times and the beauty of nature's cycles. It's a place where time slows down, where the worries of the world are left behind, replaced by the comforting rhythms of the season. You move through your morning routine with a sense of calm, pulling on your favorite cozy sweater, the soft woolen one that feels like an embrace, and slipping into your most comfortable boots. The morning light spills through the windows, casting golden beams that dance across the room, warming everything they touch. You savor each moment as you brush your teeth, wash your face, and pour yourself a steaming cup of tea. The air smells faintly of the rain from the night before, mixed with the subtle scent of fallen leaves, a perfect blend of earthiness and freshness. You take your tea outside, cradling the warm mug in your hands, and breathe in the cool, crisp air of the October morning. The sun has risen just high enough to cast long, golden rays across your driveway, illuminating the fallen leaves that have gathered overnight. They crunch softly beneath your feet as you step across them, releasing a fresh, earthy fragrance with every step. The trees around you are dressed in their autumn best, their leaves blazing in shades of red, gold, and fiery orange, each one a small masterpiece. The quiet of the morning wraps around you as you step into your car, feeling the familiar hum of the engine as it purrs to life. The drive to the cider mill is like stepping into a living painting, each turn revealing new bursts of color and light. The road winds gracefully through the countryside, lined with towering trees whose branches form a tunnel of vibrant foliage overhead. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting dappled patterns of light and shadow on the ground, creating a mesmerizing dance that changes with every breeze. The air is alive with the scent of autumn, sweet apples, damp earth, and the faintest hint of wood smoke drifting from the distant chimney. You roll down the window slightly, letting the cool breeze brush against your face, refreshing and invigorating. The sounds of nature fill your ears, the rustling of leaves in the trees, the occasional call of a bird, and the soft hum of the tires on the road. It's a gentle, calming melody that soothes your mind and makes you feel deeply connected to the world around you. As you pass through small towns, each one seems to celebrate the season in its own charming way. Pumpkins of all shapes and sizes line the porches. Scarecrows stand sentinel in front yards, and garlands of dried corn stalks and autumn leaves adorn doors and windows. The houses and shops look like they've been plucked straight from a postcard, with their warmly lit interiors inviting you to come in and enjoy a cup of something hot and comforting. There's a sense of coziness that radiates from every corner, as if the whole world is wrapped in a soft woolen blanket. The landscape opens up as you leave the towns behind, revealing wide fields dotted with hay bales and the occasional red barn standing proudly against the horizon. The sun is now fully up, its warm light spilling over the rolling hills and painting everything in a soft golden hue. In the distance, a flock of geese flies in perfect formation, their honking calls echoing faintly in the crisp air, a reminder of the changing seasons and the natural rhythms that guide all living things. Finally, the cider mill comes into view, nestled among the hills and surrounded by rows of apple trees. The mill is a charming rustic structure, its weathered wooden walls and slow-turning water wheel a testament to its age and history. The wheel turns steadily with the gentle flow of a nearby stream, creating a soft, rhythmic splashing sound that adds to the mill's tranquil ambiance. You feel a sense of calm settle over you as you pull into the gravel parking lot, the soft crunch of stones beneath your tires, a comforting welcome. You park under the shade of a towering oak tree, its branches still heavy with the leaves that flutter gently in the breeze. Stepping out of the car, you're immediately greeted by the scent of fresh apples, mingling with the warm, spicy aroma of cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. The air feels alive, fragrant with the smells of the season, and you take a deep breath, savoring every note of the autumnal symphony. The cider mill is alive with activity, yet there's a peacefulness to it, a harmonious blend of sounds and scents that make you feel at home. Families and friends are gathered in small clusters, their conversations and laughter creating a soft, pleasant buzz that mingles with the crunch of leaves underfoot. The sun is now high in the sky, casting a warm, golden light that makes the colors of the seasons even more vivid, as if the world is bathed in a perpetual glow of afternoon light. You slowly walk toward the mill, passing rows of wooden crates filled with freshly picked apples. Each apple is a perfect sphere of vibrant color, glistening in the sunlight with tiny droplets of morning dew clinging to their smooth skins. You can't resist picking one up, feeling its cool, firm surface against your palm. The apple is heavy and fragrant, and you imagine the crisp, sweet bite that awaits. You place it back gently, savoring the tactile connection to nature's bounty. Inside the mill, the atmosphere is warm and inviting, filled with the rich scent of apples being pressed into fresh cider. Sunlight steams through the small, dusty windows, creating long beams of light that illuminate the motes of dust floating lazily in the air. The cider press hums steadily in the background, its rhythmic clankings and soft hisses adding to the mill's comforting soundtrack. Workers move skillfully among the machinery, their movement precise and practiced, filling large wooden barrels with golden, fragrant cider. You watch for a moment, mesmerized by the process, before deciding to indulge in some of the mill's offerings. You find a small wooden table by the window, where you can sit and watch the activity outside. The view is beautiful. Rows of apple trees stretching out into the distance, their branches heavy with fruit, set against the rolling hills and a sky that's slowly deepening into a rich autumnal blue. You settle into your seat and order a hot cup of cider and a fresh apple donut. The cider arrives in a simple, sturdy mug, its ceramic surface slightly worn from years of use. You wrap your hands around the mug, feeling its warmth seep into your skin, and take your first sip. The cider is sweet and tangy, with just the right amount of spice, warming you from the inside out. Each sip feels like a gentle hug, comforting and familiar, and you savor the way the flavors dance on your tongue. The apple donut, soft and warm, is dusted with a generous coating of cinnamon sugar that sparkles in the sunlight. You take a bite, and the flavors burst in your mouth, a perfect blend of sweet apple, warm spices, and the light, fluffy texture of the dough. As you relax at the table, you watch as families explore the grounds. Children dart between the apple trees, their laughter ringing out like the joyful notes of a song. Couples walk hand in hand, savoring the quiet moments together, while groups of friends gather at picnic tables, sharing stories and enjoying the day. The mill is a place where time feels like it slows down, where everyone moves at a gentler pace, enjoying the present without a care for the world outside. After finishing your cider and donut, you decide to explore the various activities available at the cider mill. Near the entrance, a small wooden sign points toward the children's play area, where the laughter of kids mingles with the rustling leaves and the occasional whistle of the wind. You stroll toward the area, smiling at the sight of families enjoying the day together. The play area is a wonderland of autumn delights, designed to bring joy to children and adults alike. There's a large pumpkin patch where kids eagerly pick their favorite pumpkins, examining each one as if it holds some special magic. Bright orange pumpkins of all shapes and sizes are scattered across the field, their smooth surfaces gleaming in the sunlight. Parents help their children lift the heavier pumpkins, sharing in the joy of finding the perfect one. Nearby, there's a small petting zoo filled with gentle animals that children can feed and pet. Soft, fluffy sheep nuzzle little hands for treats, while goats trot around playfully, their curious eyes watching the visitors. There's even a small pen with a few soft, snuggly rabbits that kids can hold, their soft fur and gentle movements creating a moment of quiet connection with nature. The low bleat of sheep, the soft braying of a miniature donkey, and the excited chatter of children create a cheerful chorus that fills the air with warmth. You continue walking, enjoying the vibrant energy of the play area. In one corner, a row of large wooden games is set up, each inviting children to test their skills. There's a ring toss, a beanbag toss, and even a giant tic-tac-toe board made from painted logs. Kids cheer each other on, their faces lighting up with each successful throw or move. The parents join in, their smiles as wide as they share in the simple pleasures of play. Not far from the games, you spot a line forming at a stand where caramel apples are being made fresh. The scent of caramelized sugar fills the air, mingling with the sweet aroma of apples. The stand is adorned with colorful signs and strings of twinkling lights, adding a festive touch. You watch as children press their faces against the counter, eagerly awaiting for their turn to choose their toppings. Rainbow sprinkles, crushed nuts, or a drizzle of chocolate. Each child receives a freshly dipped apple, its glossy caramel coating still warm to the touch. Their eyes light up with the delight as they take their first sticky, sweet bites. A short distance away, you spot a haystack climb, a giant mound of stacked hay bales that the children scramble up and slide down with squeals of laughter. The hay bales are arranged like steps, creating a soft, climbable structure that's perfect for little adventurers. The sun shines down on the hay, making it glow a soft golden yellow. Kids run to the top, pausing to take the view before tumbling back down, their joy infectious and pure. It's a simple activity, but one that fills them with an unbridled sense of fun and freedom. Feeling the contagious joy of the play area, you decide to explore one of the mill's special attractions, the corn maze. You've always loved the idea of wandering through a maze, losing yourself among the towering walls of corn. The entrance is marked by a wooden archway, adorned with dried corn stalks and pumpkins of every size and shape. You step under the archway, feeling a flutter of excitement as you take your first step into the maze. The corn maze is quiet, the tall stalks swaying gently in the breeze, their golden leaves rustling softly. The path is narrow and winding, and you can't see far ahead, making each step feel like a small discovery. You walk slowly, letting your hands brush against the rough, dry leaves of the corn, feeling the gentle scrape of the husks under your fingertips. The sun filters through the top of the stalks, creating a warm, dappled light that dances on the ground as you move. There's a peacefulness in the maze, a sense of being wrapped in nature's embrace. The outside world feels distant, and all you can hear is the soft, rhythmic rustle of the corn and the occasional call of a bird overhead. You take your time, enjoying the gentle twists and turns, the little moments of surprise as you come upon a new corner or a small hidden clearing. There are no wrong turns here, just quiet moments of exploration and the simple joy of wandering. At one point, you come across a small clearing within the maze, a hidden spot where a few hay bales have been arranged in a circle. It feels like a secret, a quiet place to pause and take in the tranquility of the maze. You sit on one of the hay bales, feeling the slight prick of the straw through your clothes, and you close your eyes for a moment, letting the sounds of the maze wash over you. The rustling of the corn, the distant hum of the mill, the occasional chirp of a cricket. It's all part of the gentle symphony of the day. After resting for a while, you continue your journey through the maze, winding your way slowly toward the exit. Each turn feels like a small adventure, a gentle game of a hide and seek with the world around you. You finally reach the end of the maze, stepping out into the open air once more, feeling a quiet sense of accomplishment and joy. The maze was a journey, not just through the corn, but through the gentle rhythms of the day, a reminder of the simple pleasures of exploration and discovery. Feeling even more relaxed, you wander over to the orchard's hay wagon, where a small group of people are gathering for a hayride. The wagon is lined with thick, cozy bales of hay, arranged neatly for seating. The tractor that pulls the wagon is painted a cheerful shade of green, its engine humming softly as it waits to begin the journey. You climb aboard, settling into the soft hay, feeling the gentle prickle of the straw beneath you. The hay is warm from the sun, and as you settle back, you feel a deep sense of comfort and relaxation. The hayride begins slowly, the tractor pulling the wagon through the orchard with a gentle rhythmic jolt. The wagon moves at a leisurely pace, allowing you to take in the scenery. The rows of apple trees, their branches heavy with bright red and green fruit. The sunlight filtering through the leaves, casting dapple patterns on the ground. The air is cool and fresh, carrying the sweet scent of apples and the earthy aroma of hay. You close your eyes for a moment, feeling the gentle sway of the wagon, the soft crunch of the tires on the path, and the occasional jostle as you move over small bumps in the road. The tractor takes you deeper into the orchard, past clusters of trees and open fields, where the landscape opens up to the wide views of rolling hills and distant barns. The sky above is a brilliant blue, dotted with soft, wispy clouds that drift lazily. You feel a soft breeze on your face, carrying with it the faint, comforting scent of wood smoke from a nearby fire pit. The gentle rocking motion of the wagon and the soothing sounds of the orchard create a feeling of being lulled, as if you are cradled by the very land itself. As the hayride continues, you pass by a small pond, its surface shimmering in the sunlight, reflecting the vibrant colors of the trees that surround it. And ducks paddle lazily across the water, their soft quacks blending with the other sounds of the orchard. You watch as they glide effortlessly, leaving gentle ripples in their wake. The scene is peaceful, and you feel a deep sense of contentment as you take it all in. The hayride circles back toward the mill, passing by rows of pumpkins and gourds, each one a different size and shade of orange. You smile as you see families and children eagerly picking out their favorite pumpkins, their laughter and excitement adding to the joyful atmosphere of the day. The tractor slowly comes to a stop, and you reluctantly step off the wagon, feeling grateful for the quiet moments you have shared with this land. Feeling calm and content, you make your way back to the orchard, where you find a secluded spot under a particularly large tree, its branches creating a canopy of golden leaves overhead. You sit down on a patch of grass, feeling the cool earth beneath you, and you close your eyes for a moment. letting the calmness of the scene wash over you. You take a deep breath, inhaling the crisp, fresh air. The scent of apples is stronger here, mingling with the earthy smell of damp soil and the faint aroma of pine. It's a scent that grounds you, bringing you fully into the present moment. You bite into the apple you picked, the crisp, juicy flesh bursting with flavor. It's sweet and slightly tart, perfectly balanced, and you savor each bite, feeling the simple joy of nature's bounty. Time seems to slow down as you sit there, surrounded by the quiet beauty of the orchard. The sun is high in the sky now, casting a warm, golden light that filters through the leaves, creating patterns of light and shadow that dance gently on the ground. A soft breeze rustles the leaves above, sending a few drifting lazily to the ground, where they settle among the others, creating a colorful carpet that stretches out in every direction. You lie back on the grass, letting the sun's warmth envelop you, and you close your eyes, listening to the sounds of nature around you. The gentle rustling of the leaves, the occasional chirp of a bird, the distant murmur of the mill. It all blends together into a peaceful lullaby that lulls you into a state of deep relaxation. And you feel the tension leave your body, replaced by a sense of calm and contentment. You could stay there forever, lost in this perfect moment. After what feels like an eternity of peaceful solitude, you slowly make your way back to the mill. You take your time, savoring every step, every breath of the crisp autumn air. You stop to admire the rows of apple trees one last time, each one heavy with fruit, and their branches swaying gently in the breeze. The sun is beginning its descent now, casting long, soft shadows that stretch across the orchard. You pick up a small basket of apples and a jug of fresh cider to take home, knowing that the taste of today will linger long after you've left. The drive home is quiet and soothing, the roads familiar and comforting. The skies painted in the soft, warm hues of the setting sun, pink, orange, and purple blending together like a watercolor masterpiece. The gentle sway of the car, the distant sound of birds returning to their nests, and the sight of the fading light create a tranquil scene, calming your mind. You feel content, grateful for the simple, beautiful day you've had. You arrive home just as the last light fades, stepping inside to the cozy warmth of your space. The day's experiences linger in your mind like a soft, comforting dream. And as you prepare for bed, you reflect on the simple joys of the day, the taste of sweet cider, the sound of rustling leaves, the warm embrace of the sun, and the peaceful moments spent among the apple trees. You slip under the covers, feeling the cool, crisp sheets against your skin. The gentle weight of the blankets provide a comforting embrace as you close your eyes. You let your mind drift back to the cider mill, the soft sounds, the vivid colors, and the calm, unhurried rhythm of the day. You feel relaxed, content, and ready for a restful sleep. The gentle memory of your autumn day carries you softly into the world of dreams, where peace and tranquility await. Sleep well, and may the calm of this day stay with you through the night, wrapping you in its warmth and serenity, guiding you gently into the sweetest of dreams.